girls, Susie here, Aussie Susie Coin Girl, and I've just been busy the last couple of weeks and going through some grading of some of my Sixpence collection, and I've still got a lot more to go. I'm going to see if any of them are worth still. The rest of these have got keepers. Basically, I got a couple of kilos of them a few weeks ago, and I've sort of left them aside with all the things going on with silver prices and all the new bullion coins and pennies I also got, which is about 5 kilos. So for all you silver fans, here we go. Here's an Australian sixpence, 1948, and as you can see, I've graded up the top as extra fine. It's got our Australian coat of arms, kangaroo on the left, emu on the right. Just turn it over to the obverse side, and you could probably see that's King George VI, which was Queen Elizabeth's father. He was in reign until end of 1952, and then Queen Elizabeth came in reign. So that's Australian sixpence. So yeah, that particular one is a 1948, and I've graded that. Now our coins were pretty much 92.5% silver up until 1946. After that it was 50% silver, so this one's 50% silver, so I'll just grab a 1946 and I'll show you. And there's a 92.5% silver. Alright, there's a 48, and that was the very last year of 100% silver, and you can see that one I've graded that as very fine. Basically, as you can probably tell, there's quite a nice bit of lift there. I don't clean my coins, so basically you'll find all the coins that I have, most of them have all got a bit of colour to them. Alright, shown it over to the obverse, and then we've got King George VI. It was his choice, obviously, for the photograph, etc., without a crown and so forth. I think he did that mainly because of his previous relatives and father that went really, really royal with his photos. He was just a bit more of a relaxed person. So, let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do and see if any of these coins are keepers. Any key dates left. Also, yeah, let's see how much silver we can get out of this. Some of these coins will be pre-1946, also there'll be a few post that. So when we come across an Elizabeth coin, which we should, you'll find that, yeah, they're the 50% silvers, but still there's heaps of silver here, guys. So plenty of old silver here. So let's have a little look. So we'll call this a bit of a noodle hunt, a bit of a hunt. Alright, I haven't actually graded these, and I'm not sure what's 100% what's left. So let's start one at a time. I'll give you an idea. Okay, in this particular course, this is a 1951. Now, so what we might do is just have a look at that. Yeah, okay, so that's 50% silver, but have a look at that. That's actually quite nice. Now, with the grading of the coins, generally speaking, I'll just grab a pen, guys, is a lot of the time with our Australian coins, and a lot of the places around the world, in this particular case we haven't got the crown to guide us, but basically we go by the hair around the ear and how much lift there is. So you can actually, if I went over it with my finger, I can actually feel it's still quite a nice ride. So that will be graded quite well. So I'll put that in the grade section, but at the moment I sort of really want to see if I can find any key dates and so forth. 1952 is quite good. So even if some of our coins are, as you can see, are 50% silver, remember there are still some low mintages in those years, and also some history making situations, like for example, 1956 Olympics in Melbourne. Things like that, things that happened, crowning of Elizabeth II at the start of 1953, all these little things. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so basically I'll put that in the grade section, but that's the 1950, so we'll just call that in the 1950 section. We'll create that now, for now, okay? So over here, guys, 50s. Alright, what else have we got next? Alright, we've got a 55, so this will be a Lizzie coin. Let's have a look. Yeah, there she is there. As you can see, bit unclean, but remember, I like that. I'd rather have history recorded. Alright, let's turn it over. I could be wearing gloves, but They're quite well circulated, and you can see they're quite small to handle. It's a little tricky. I find with the gloves these sort of more men's sizes. Now this is a 1955. Now what I do here is also I look at what's called, see the shield in the middle? If I can see the actual stars, there's actually like stars or all little, yeah, I think I call them stars, in the shield there. So when I'm actually looking at, obviously a grade as well, I look at these if I can clearly see them. So that's what I do on the front, and as per the back, again, just like with the, I told you about the King George the sixth one, Lizzie's father, again around the hair and the ear and how much you can see in regards to the rays. This one doesn't, to me, it's probably not as good a grade as that last coin. So, but it's still, it's in the 50s, it's 50% silver, we'll put it, it's still, you know, it's still got some good rays to it, so I'll probably put it in the very good to fine category. So we'll just put it with the 50 over here with the other one. Alright, let's go guys. Alright, now this one is a 1960. So there we go. Turn it over. There's Lizzie on the back. Considering the last one and so forth. Now this one you can quite clearly see the, you know, most of the stars. Yeah, quite clearly and so forth. But I'd still probably say maybe fine, very good to fine condition. But we'll put that again. That's our first 1960 coin. Alright, so let's put that over there. Alright, so we've basically got the 50s to one side. Okay. And then we've got the 60s. Alright, let's go to the next coin. Alright, next coin, 1962 guys. Now this one's, as you can see, got some interesting sort of worn colour, so it's been used quite well. There's Lizzie. Looks like, you know, it's a bit green as if there's grass growing on it, but if you have a feel of it though, I still feel there's still quite a bit of rise, but it is a bit of a grotty coin. 50% silver. We'll put that over with the 60s. Alright, next. 1960. This one to me it looks a bit flatter, like you see it looks a bit flatter in the middle where the stars and that are. Put my finger over it. It's not as rised as the last couple of coins. The back, Lizzie's a little bit more worn. Like it's you know, everything looks a bit flattish, but for the moment we'll just put that in the 60s bag. Alright, next. 1962. See, this one looks actually quite nicer. Without even getting a close-up look, you can sort of see we've got it like an Advanced Australia down the bottom. If you can see that there, written across there. Oh yeah, Advanced Australia. I think that's one of the ways we got our later anthem after we dropped the God Save the Queen anthem. I'm not sure if you guys knew that, but up until about up to 1979 or 1980, we had the same anthem as our national anthem as England, which was God Save the Queen, and then we came up with Advanced Australia Fair. So turn it over. Yeah, she looks a lot clearer in this photo, a bit more defined, so that's a nicer coin. It's going to be a better one, but we'll put that in the 60s category right now. So we're basically looking for key dates and for just to sort of categorise them at the moment. Here's our 1950, so we're getting a little bit older here. For a 1950, it looks really quite good. Have a look at that. There's quite a bit of rise, stars. The shield looks really good in the centre. The date, even Advanced Australia. So this one's probably going to be. Oh, and there he is. Hair, ear looks quite good. We're probably going to go to very fine, somewhere around that, I would think, on that category, guys. If anyone wants to know how it's graded and what, but alright, so that's a 1950, and that's quite a nice coin for a 1950. But that's still 50% silver. But let's see if we can find some older ones. I'll put that in the 50s category over here, guys. Alright, let's see what else we got next. Alright, this one, another 1960. A little bit more worn, this one. A little bit like one of the other ones that I found. There's Lizzie on the back. That one, yeah, have to have a close look a little bit later. But I think probably in the very good to fine category. Alright, next. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, we've got a 1956, so quite a famous year for Australia, especially Melbourne, where I live, when we had the first Olympics, and we did really, really well against the rest of the world. That's quite a nice coin. Still quite a bit of shine to it. Look at that. Turn it over. Lizzie's quite good. We're probably in the very fine category. I have to have a look, quite a closer look, but that's quite a good one. That's 50% silver, so we'll put that in the 50s category over there. Alright, might just move these around a little bit. Alright, let's see what we've got now. You're not going to believe this. Another 1956. Probably not as nice as that last one, but there we go. Alright, next. Alright, let's see what we've got here. 1951. Okay, this one's a little bit more worn. You can see that one nice and clear. Still, it's a nice bit of shine to it though, which is nice. And there's the king. But as you can see, he's seen better days. Looks like sunburn, doesn't it? So that one's not going to grade very well, because it's most important to have on our coins is to have the obverse looking really well. A lot of grading actually does depend on that. So that even if on the front it's not so bad, but on the wearing on the back there, that's not going to grade very well. So that one will probably get excluded actually. So if anyone's interested, write me a message. I'm happy to send that one off and give that away for you guys at souvenir. It's still 50% silver. That's a sixpence, and it's 1956, so that's quite a historical year. So I'll put that aside, guys, over here. Alright, anyone first in gets the coin. Alright, okay, now next. Alright, we've got a 1951. Turn it over. George, there he is. Now have a look at that compared to that last coin. Let's do it. Remember, this is 51, which is an older coin, and there's that one. So, so we'll put that one away, but have a look at that. King George looks pretty good, I think, in this one. So, yeah, I like the ear. It's quite nice defined. The shine, the shimmer. That looks quite good. And, yeah, it's a little bit worn on the front, but still, yeah, I think that's still pretty good for 51. Again, 50% silver. Alright, next. Alright, 1958. There we go. Lizzie on the back. Reasonable condition, probably in the fine category. I'll put that over in the 50s. Alright, next. If 1957. Yeah, I think this one's a bit worn. The shield's a bit, like I said before, about how much lift. It's reasonably flat. Not the best. Yeah, Lizzie looks pretty undefined there. So that won't get a great grading. Again, I'll put that in the go grade. So for a giveaway, 50% silver. It's a great collector's coin. It's still got, quite defined features. You can still see the writing. It's probably a really good condition coin for a lot of people. Let's have a look. Put it over there. Give that away as well, guys. 1960. Ooh. Now, this is probably our nicest 1960 coin we've had. Coin in the 60s. If you have a look here, yep, nice and raised. The shield's quite good. It's quite full. Try to get it seems to be struggling with the movement probably because the coins are so close in the background with all those. So I'll do my best, guys, to get you guys a good look. Now, Lizzie looks pretty good. You can see some bands and things through her hair. So that's quite a nice coin there. Alright, 1960, 50% silver. Alright, guys, what's next? Okay, 1955. Now, 1955 is quite a good year. It is one of the dates in the late 50s that, is quite known for collectors. This coin is a little bit worn. There's some colour over there. Don't know what that is. Tarnish or something. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you can see it's quite a used coin, but remember, that's just a bit of grease and that. So, I'm not cleaning the coin. There's no way I'm going to do that, and because it all adds to the part of the history and the charm of the coin. But it's still a good collector's coin. But what I'm going to do is, we've got two over there. I'm going to put that in the giveaway poll too. Okay. Alright, next coin. 1951. This one, as you can see, it's quite nice and neat and clean for a 51 again. Look at that. It's not as much rise as a couple of others, but still looks quite good condition. Probably in fine, at least fine condition, but we'll have a look at the back first. For 100% size, yeah, yep, he's looking quite good. Hair's a little bit missing, he's going a little bit, like a little bit bald, but I'd consider that's probably to be a very, very fine condition. That one's quite nice. Alright guys, next we've got a 1963, so one of our latest years. We actually created or made the actual sixpences until 1964. So this is a 1963, so one of our last. Now as you can see, this is a very good condition coin. There's a lot of lift. You can see the features. You can see I suppose the emu really well, the kangaroo really well. So let's just turn it over. Look, yeah, Lizzie, the hairband markings. It's a really good, quite a good coin. So that'll get a very fine, probably marking, even extra fine, maybe that one. Alright, let's go. Next. Okay, 1951, another 1951. Reasonable condition. Turn it over. There he is. Nice bit of hair. Yeah, bit of rise. So, again, nice, reasonably good condition. Probably a fine condition on that one. Would probably be my grading. Alright, let's go. Next. Okay, what have we got now? We've got a 1962. So we're looking at, again, at a 50% silver coins. There's Lizzie on the back. I'll put that in the 60s pile. We'll just do a few bit quickly now to see if we can. 1959. Bit of wear there. Still a bit of rise, but yeah, Lizzie's a little bit worn, but still probably a very good defined condition that one would be. Alright, guys. Oh, now we're getting through them, but as you can see, there's such little coins. 1956. It's probably the same size, I would think. Yeah, definitely. Pretty much, this coin would be the exact same size as a 10p in England, and the silver dime in the US. So if you want to compare it, it might even be a touch bigger than the dime, but pretty much around that same size. Now this one's a 1956. Again, the year of the Olympics. Now, even though it might look a little dirty, a bit of grease and so forth, it actually is quite good rise there. Now, let's have a look at the back. But it's a bit worn on the back, so I'd probably give that a very good, good to very good category, because the most important thing is the verse, and she's quite flat and worn, so that won't get a great grading. But anyway, it's still a 1956 coin. I love that. The fact that my mum actually told me that she was just a little girl, tiny little girl, and my grandparents and her, she was taken to the Olympics in 1954. She got to see. Oh, actually, that was in 1956, wasn't it? But this is a 54 coin. Have a look at that. And she got to see some of the masters, run. She said she saw Shirley Strickland and some of our most famous athletes run, and also against the world. 1962, this one's a really, really nice one. The crest, and the stars and the shield are looking really, really good. Have a look at the back. Yeah, you can see the hair binds and that. So this one will probably, all the writings are very clear. Rim, look at them. You can see them quite clearly. This will probably get a very fine to extra fine. Yeah, so that's beautiful. See if we can find any old ones. Don't know but we certainly got a lot of the 50s. Alright, another 1950. This is 1955. There we go. There's Lizzie. Put that over there. 1960. Okay, there we go. So still 50% silver. Alright, what do we got now? 1954. There we go with Lizzie. Okay, more. 1950, folks. Yeah. Okay, now I want to let you know when I come across one of the good years. I know we've had some 1951s and things before, but I consider 1951 to be a good year for collectors. And generally speaking, the vintages in 1951, for whatever reason, recession, or I'm not sure exactly what occurred, but in Australia, and I think sometimes we're affected just by things that happen in the world, lower vintages. So the 1951s are actually quite good for collectors. So I'm happy with getting a few of those. Alright, next coin is a 1959. Now this is showing shine, sparkles, the whole kit caboodle, so I wouldn't even have to worry about thinking about this coin. Let's turn it over. Yeah, Lizzie looks really well. So this will probably grade as extra fine. Have a look at that. It's quite a nice coin, isn't it, folks? It's nice. Alright, next. Alright, 1963. Okay, we've seen one of them. I'll put it over here. 1960. Okay, and next, 1959. So you can get the gist. Some of the later coins generally are always going to be in a little bit more better condition. You know, with even just from a clean perspective. Alright, next. Alright, 1950. Yep, so at the moment this has been our oldest coin, 1950. And that's quite good condition. Now there's a dog barking in the background, so I'm just going to pause this for a bit. G'day folks, we're back. Okay, so getting back to that, let's get to it. Alright, what we got next is a 1958. Not my favourite because it's like I've noticed that the shield's a bit wear, so I'll put that in. I know you guys, some people are just silver collectors and so forth reason, but with the Australian coins, I'm pretty much more of a numismatic collector, so alright, I'm going to put that over with these, so if anyone's interested, let me know. Alright guys, now really the best ones as far as, this is number 958, so look, that's so much better than that last one, but have a look there. So that's probably in the very good to fine category. Alright, now the years that I really am, as far as collectors and so forth are going, is I'm really looking for the 1951, 52 and 53 coins in these later years. This one is a 1959, so that's a later. Look at that. It's quite nice, isn't it? Let's have a look at the back. Lizzie, yeah. They're quite interesting coins, aren't they? There's a lot going on for such a small... Look at that. I mean, it's so small. I mean, look at my thumb and my forefinger. So, it's quite small coins, and this, how they got this on and get it so accurately on, and something that's going to hang around for 30, 40, 50, 100 years is amazing, isn't it? Alright, next. Okay, 1950. Here we go. There we go. Nice. There he is. Young George. Alright, next. Alright, another 1959. It's in reasonably good condition. Another one that's in good condition. Doing quite well with the condition of these coins. It's I think generally a lot of people would find that when you the smaller the coins, they seem to wear quite well. 1962, now that one has to be one of the best finds so far, in the fact that, look at that, I mean, you would think that only just came off the, I think, the mint line, so that's going to be at least grade of extra fine on that side, and that side, yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, there are a couple of little grotty marks and whatnot from wear, from people, and from what things go on, but I still think that's quite a nice one, isn't it, folks? Probably our best coin to date that we found so far. Alright, next. Alright. This is a 1962, another nice looking coin. There we go. Probably in the very fine category. Alright, next. 1960. Okay, there we go there. I believe with one of these, with it's actually called a sixpence. You can get a nice bag of lollies, but I believe you could probably almost get an actual loaf of bread with one of these back then. So it shows you the importance of these coins. 1957, just to live. Alright, next. Okay, 1958. Bit of wear on this one. Bit of black going through it. You know what I mean? Like any piece of silver that gets worn. Remember, these are 50% silver. Alright, 1957. Okay, so certainly mainly a lot of 1950 coins, so that's okay. 1962. What I want to do is, I'm going to get some more of those 51s, 52s and 53s really. They're sort of the most valuable years. I'll give you an example. A 1952 in extra fine condition, and I think there's a chance that we could get one of those. It's actually valued at, in our current valuation book by Renix. Yeah, we use Renix in Australia. Renix books. I know a lot of countries, like a US for example, has a red book. We have what's called a Renix book, and values it actually like at $100 now. So this is the book here. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. And that's it there, the Australian coin. Yeah, so it's pretty much our Bible. Usually bring out a new edition every couple of years. I think that's probably the same with most countries around the world. 958, guys. Alright, what else we got? So I've got to yell out again when I get another 951. Now isn't this one a bit of a weird colour with a bit of like gold going through it? So it's a different type of tarnish. I mean, it could have got some hate on it. Something spilt on it over the years. Anything really. I mean, I don't want to think too much about what could possibly have happened. Especially, let's not talk about it. But it's all post-mint scenario. So, all right, guys. 1963. Sorry to hold it there. I was just finding it a little tricky to see it. There it is. There, 1963. Hope you guys find these beautiful coins, because I do. Here's a 1955. Ooh, getting close. Look at that. I like them too. So I pretty much like the 51s really as collectors in value. 51s, 52s, 53s, and then pretty much, 55s. And 54s and 56s are really for people that, like I said, Olympics and a few other things that happened in our history. But here we go, guys. Here's a 1951. So another 1951. Probably not as nice as some of the ones that we caught earlier, but you heard earlier, remember, extra fine condition, $100. So this would probably be fine condition. So it's probably going to be at least $20 to probably $30 to $30. That one coin, yes, and 50% silver. So pretty happy. All right, 958. Okay. All right, so we're doing quite well. If you wanted to fill out a whole collection, we're certainly getting like through all the 50s and the 60s. 958. We're pretty much getting all the years, aren't we? And in different sorts of, condition and stuff. Now this is a 1961, as you can see. Nothing wrong with the coin. It's just dirty. And sand, dirt. This one's probably been found. This might have even been found by someone with a silver detector, a metal detector. But have a look at that. Yeah. Not everybody, who drops them on the road or drops them in the dirt as they're walking along, picks them up. They do get lost quite easy when they're small too. 1956, guys. Another 1956. Okay, we're getting through them now. 1960. I think get about 2/3 of these are in the 50s, but that's expected, isn't it? Considering that 1959. Considering that we only produced these until 1964. 1960. Now, after 1964, that's really good condition one, that one. It might be a little bit matte, but it's still got quite lift. Have a look at that. It's quite defined. So I like that one. Also the colour. But we went into decimal. Decimal coins. So we basically we stopped producing these. Now, guys, another 1951. So I'm pretty happy. Look at that. It's pretty, isn't it? And there's George. All right. Next. 1951 again. Thank you, George. All right, because I've got a few of these now coming up, I'm going to put that in the donation pile. All right. There you go with those others. So we've got 5 of them over there, guys. All right, next pile. 1957. All right, what else have we got? 1951. Okay. Oh, look at this one. I think this one's got some paint on it, guys. Paint or something. Again, we don't know what people have been doing, but this one's a 1950, so this is one of our oldest ones, but actually quite good condition. It's a shame about the paint though. Yeah, look at that. Weird. It's definitely dried. It's definitely, I think, a form of paint of some kind. People, you know what I mean. People paint. People do this and that, and they have a few coins in their pockets, and a tradesman says, "Hey, let's go and get something to eat, whatever," and they've just got a few bob on them. But look at that. Look at that. It's very good condition. It's probably one of the best condition coins for its age. Bit of paint on it. I don't like to clean coins, guys, so stays. 1951, yes. So I'm pretty happy there. Alright, let's keep going. 1963. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, and just to see it's like a little treasure chest, isn't it? It's like a little gold. Alright, 1955. I feel like I'm a pirate and I've dug this up, and I'm sorting through it now. 1961, now that's one of the best coins so far. So that would probably, without even thinking about it, going, yeah, Lizzie looks pretty good. Extra fine category. Now we've got a 1961. So, yep. Alright, next. 1960. We're getting through them, guys. 1959. Just got to pick up a little bit. 1963. This one's got a bit of that black tarnish through it. So that's probably just hasn't been used for a while, and look there, you can see that there, coloration. Next coin, guys, another 1951, and again, I will put that on the donation pile because we seem to have picked up quite a few, and I'm very happy with that. 1956, the year of like I said, the Melbourne Australian Olympics. First Olympics, and then we followed up, obviously, how many years later, almost 50 years later in Sydney with the 2000 Olympics. So 1962, and I think a few of you guys from around the world all came and visited and participated. 1962, but these weren't the coins that were being used then. 1963. What do we got? 1950, guys. Alright. What I might do is I'll just pause this for a bit and we'll just go through a few more coins just to quicken it up a little bit. Hi guys, I'm back. Just want to let you know that I'm just down to my last few coins. Let's just sort of have a look what we've got. Alright, 958. Oh, okay. What else have we got? Let's have a look. 1956. Okay, we've had a few 1956 coins, guys. So what I'll do is I'll add that to the little group over here too. So give away this. So we've got about 7 coins there. So happy to do that. Another 1956. All right. What else have we got? A 1954. Another 1951. So pretty happy with that. A 1951. I think one of the lights is gone. Oh, there we go. We've got light. Let there be light. Okay. Now, 1956, and we got another 1954. Now, it's a bit unusual. This one may be an error coin. We come across them every now and then around the world. I think everybody, and the mint's not perfect. Sometimes what happens is a little bit of oil, a little bit of grease gets in the way. Now, I'll just get a little pointer. The little one's gone from before. Okay, the number, the actual date here, the last digit, have a look at that. You can see that clearly or not. Okay, this is a 1954 coin, a sixpence. Have a look there. See if I can give you the light. Oh God, trying to get that right focus for you. Alright, there we go. See if I can do it that way instead. So it concentrates on the whole. The actual 4 is weak. See that there? The 4. So, there goes the light again. Great. But anyway, that looks really an error. So I'm going to put that one aside, folks. Can go there. Okay, now I'm just going to have a look and see if I can pull out this light thing. Won't be a moment.